neighbors, and welcome back down my pecan tree lined lane through that old squeaky gate here down on the Farm Radio headquarters, down the sidewalk, up onto the front porch, through the front door, into the kitchen. It's time to sit down at Granny Marble's kitchen table. Hop Sing's going to feed us here in just a little bit. I'll give you the menu right after I talk to you about what we can expect ag weather-wise within this region today. We'll consult the offices of the National Weather Service up in San Angelo, because we're going to begin up in the far northwestern corner. Great day today. High in the mid-80s, light winds, plenty of sunshine. 86 in Abilene, 86 in San Angelo, 88 in Ozona and Sonora, 86 in Junction. Mild tonight, 61 in Abilene, 61 in San Angelo, 61s in Ozona and Sonora, 60 in Junction. Neighbor, as we move a little further down on the farm country, we'll pass by the San Antonio office of the National Weather Service, where they say this region will be sunny today and warm. 92 in Uvalde, 91 in Hondo, 91 in New Braunfels, 90 in Gonzales, 90 in LaGrange, and 91 in Cuero. Carrizo Springs, you're going to be 94. In Llano, you'll be 98. As we look at lows, 58 to 66. Highs on Thursday, we'll call it 89 to 96 across the region. Neighbor, there's a good look at a big swath of down on the farm country. Neighbor, it's time to take a look at those commodities. Here's a glass of iced tea. The commodities and the iced tea brought to you today by the good folks at McCoy's. McCoy's Building Centers, McCoy's.com. December corn, $5.33 even money, down 4.5. November beans, $12.44 even money, down 6.5. December Kansas City hard red winter wheat up 4 at $7.45 even money. December number 2 cotton up 151 at $110.44. December live cattle up 42.50 at $128.27. November feeder cattle up 95 at $157.82. Your December U.S. dollar index up 403 points at 94.37. Your November West Texas Intermediate crude down 131 at 77.62. Neighbor, there's your commodities of ag interest. Neighbor, it's about time to head to the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network news desk. We'll see who's at the mic and what our topic is on today's program after this from your Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Company.
When we moved to Texas, we were like fish out of water. We didn't know anyone in our neighborhood until our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent came to the house. She was so helpful and reassuring, a friendly face with that Texan hospitality I'd heard about. When we purchased a Texas Farm Bureau insurance policy, we knew we were making the right choice. We knew our family would be protected.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to find an insurance agent who's a true neighbor. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
Urban agriculture grants and cooperative agreements. I'm Tom Nicoletti with Focus on Agriculture on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has announced the selection of recipients for more than $6.6 million in grants and cooperative agreements through the Office of Urban Agriculture and Innovative Production. These grants and cooperative agreements build on $4.1 million in projects funded in 2020. USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service Chief Terry Cosby said, quote, USDA is committed to assisting all facets of agriculture, including operations in our cities. These projects nourish communities with fresh, healthy food and produce environmental benefits by reducing food waste and creating compost that can be used in a variety of farming operations, Cosby concluded. The Urban Agriculture and Innovative Production Competitive Grants Program supports a wide range of activities through two grant types, which are planning projects and implementation projects. USDA is awarding $4.75 million for 10 planning projects and 11 implementation projects. Recipients include projects in Texas, 12 other states, and the District of Columbia. Through community compost and food waste reduction projects, the Agriculture Department is investing approximately $1.92 million in 24 pilot projects to develop and implement strategies for municipal compost plans and food waste reduction plans. Project recipients also include Texas and 15 additional states. For a complete list of grant and cooperative agreement recipients and project summaries, visit farmers.gov/urban.
Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has protected fellow Texans with auto, home, health, and life insurance since 1952. With more than 260,000 square miles of land and 27 million people, that's a lot to cover. Whether you're wrangling cattle or wrangling kids, we're proud to protect Texans in all Texan ways of life.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to get insurance for Texans by Texans. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
I'm Tom Nicoletti with the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network.
Thank you, Tom. Neighbor, Hop Sings serving chicken fried steak and jalapeno gravy, nanny cheese rolls, and a cold cucumber salad. I'm about to pour you another glass of iced tea while we talk to Benny Cox from Producers and Cargyle. Benny, tell everybody how the sheep and goat sale went.
Oh, we had just a tick over 6,000, which is about what we figured. Compared to the week before, we didn't have near as many of those wool lambs. They sold near steady to what we saw, the week before, which was like $20-$30 lower. These slaughter lambs sold near steady, especially on those lightweights, and some of those heavier weights are still under a little pressure. Your slaughter ewes, they sold mostly $3 to $5 lower. Kid goats, they sold from $10 to $15 higher on your sure enough nice kind. We had a bunch of those things that were just not quite, wasn't fancy, so I'd say some of those might have looked a little lower on those, but the sure enough top end, 10, 15 higher. Slaughter nannies from 170 to 230, but mostly 190 to 205. And these mature billies kind of 180 to 248. It's hard to buy one under $2 and has been for a long time. So those things dollar out pretty good. Those old wore out billies, lots of them will bring 300, 350 just sailing. The wool feeder lambs, we had some old big things weighed up, and I think they weighed 117, bring 208, but some of those light weights up there over 290, 294 being the high. Slaughter lamb, the light end of those from 260 to 348. Lots of those 45 to 55 pounders brought well over $3, kind of 320 to 330 is where lots of them fell in there. Heavier weights, anywhere from $2 to 280, mostly, $2 to 240 on those over 80 pounders. The slaughter ewes, 90 to 112, mostly 95 to 105. And the kid goat sold in a range from 260 to 365, but mostly 3 to 330.
And we've got a cow sale this week.
Yeah, we've got some cattle out there that will be pregnancy tested and paired. Not a big number of them, but there's sure some nice sets out there. There's one deal of 30 that were, they'll be coming 6-year-olds. They were bought as heifers through here, and I looked and seen when they were bought. They were bought, in 2017, which would make them coming 6-year-olds. There's 30 of those. We've got 65 of those open red Angus heifers. They'll be nice. They'll weigh up in the 6s. Well, they've had everything done to them. They've been weaned from 45 to 90 days, had 2 rounds of modified live virus, that IBR complex, scaphoid vaccinated. They're ready to go and breed anytime you're ready to put the bulls in. We'll have a handful of bulls. There's 15 more young pairs. There's 3 Angus bulls, and then there's another registered Angus bull. So we'll be able to show them about anything they want.
Tell everybody how to contact you, Benny.
They can call me on my mobile. It's 325-234-4277. Office, same area code, 653-3371. Or they can always look at the web, which is producersandcargyle.com.
Thank you, sir.
Talk to you next week.
I'm on the line with Stephen from D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's DD Texas Outfitters. Stephen, you've got a piece of equipment that's very important to hog reducers you want to talk to us about today.
Yes, sir. So we are having a fire sale, Larry, on all of our 58SX hog scales from W.W. Paul.
What's the fire sale price?
$1,750, $1,750.
Everybody, if you've got hogs, particularly you show hog boys, you need to get in there. These will make it work for you. Stephen, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Larry, you guys can reach me at 830-379-7340, extension 161.
That's Stephen from D&D Farm and Ranch, DD Texas Outfitters. Neighbor, there's cattle in the alleyway over at Caldwell Livestock Commission Company. Carl Herman and family. I spoke with Carl last night about 7:30. Carl, what was it looking like from that vantage point?
You know what? I think we'll have somewhere around 700 tomorrow. It rained a pretty good bit over here last week. Thank goodness we needed the rain. Things greened up. Everybody's kind of slowed down a little bit, so that's okay. Look like we'll have about 700. The cattle we've got in are good, so we look for a good sale tomorrow.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Okay, my number is 979-820-5349. Call the barn, 567-4119. If you're in the Giddings and surrounding area, call Max Ebner at 8676.
Carl Herman, thank you very much.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later.
We're on the line with Dr. Glenn Tate. We're going to speak about the ICA sale coming up in Gonzales. Dr. Tate?
The Central Texas Independent Cattlemen's Association Bull and Female Sale will be held on October the 15th at the J.B. Wells Center in Gonzales, Texas. Bulls will sell at 11 a.m., followed by the females. Lunch will be served. We have 40 bulls representing all the major breeds. We will have 250 females with pairs, breds, and opens. We have a strong consignment of Tiger Stripe, Brangus, and Hereford Santa Gertrudis Cross. This year, we have an excellent offering of registered and purebred Brahmins. Cattle can be viewed Thursday afternoon and Friday morning with many consignment on the ICA website. So come on out, add some quality genetics to your herd, and help support the Independent Cattlemen's Association.
Give us a contact number.
210-260-0563. 210-260-0563.
Thank you, Dr. Tate.
Thank you.
Neighbor, when you hear Big River on a Wednesday, it's time to head over to Nixon, talk to Gary Butler about the sale he had Monday. Gary, talk to us about price and quality. How many noses did you count?
Larry, we end up with 988 head, 87 cows, 12 bulls. Market, is still hanging in there. These cattle are probably off from 3 weeks ago, $10 or better. Quality cattle, number one cattle, is still selling real well. It's the in-between cattle that's really took a knocking, and some of them need to take a knocking, the quality. 2 and 3 weight steers, $1.40 to $2.02. Heifers, $1.28 to $1.48. 3 and 4 weight steers, $1.47 to $1.93. Heifers, $1.21 to $1.57. 4 and 5 weight steers, $1.30 to $1.93. Heifers, $1.21 to $1.46. 5 and 6 weight steers, $1.20 to $1.65. Heifers, $1.10 to $1.60. 6 and 7 weight steers and bull yearlings, $1.14 to $1.39. And the heifers, $1.07 to $1.29. 7 8 weight steers and bull yearlings, $1.12 to $1.28. And the heifers, $1.04 to $1.24. Slaughter cows, best slaughter cow, we got 68 for. Slaughter bulls, 95. Stocker cows, bred cows, we didn't have none to test the market. Most of them were ones that were bred were older and they went to the packer anyways. Pairs, 720 to 755, Larry.
What do you anticipate for this next Monday, Gary Butler?
Larry, I don't know of any coming. Last week I knew a bunch of cattle coming. This week I don't know of any, but I imagine we're going to have a pretty good run. We had that rain. I think that slowed up the 988. We'd have had more than that cattle there if it wouldn't have rained. But I'm thinking we're going to have 1,000, 1,200, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Gary, for the Monday sale in Nixon.
You can catch us through the cell phone, Larry, 830-582-1561 or 62. Catch me on the mobile, 830-857-4330, Larry.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Neighbor, grab yourself a bottle of water. Don't want you getting dehydrated before you come back this afternoon. Hopsing will have a hot pan of apricot kolach for us about 3:45. Now let's check the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle. Tuggle & Company Corpus. Milo through Corpus in October. D's plus 75, 10.94. Houston D's plus $1.1138. Progresso 10.60. Yellow corn through Corpus in October. D's plus 85, 6.22 and a quarter. Houston D's plus 75, 6.12 and a half, and Progresso $12. Hard red winter wheat through Houston in October, D's plus 70, 8.11, and number one beans through Houston in October, November less 20, 12, 30 and 1/2. Neighbor, let's take a look at Texas cotton, courtesy of the USDA. We reported 1,817 bales sold. Prices went from $105.93 to $109.03. Neighbor, that's it for the Best Darn Farm Show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas. No brag, just fact. We call it Down on the Farm. We call you our neighbor. Neighbor will call you back down the lane to the kitchen table for another big old heaping helping of ag information a little later.